Hi gang, so we're going to be working on this ornament here, and it's a lot of fun to do. You have options with our beautiful designer series paper to make great ornaments, and they're two-sided. But this is a special ornament. This is an ornament for my friends at our women's ornament exchange at church tonight. So you need to get pretty paper, and we're going to do a double layer. Right now I'm going to be making these cones. The only thing with designer series paper is you want to make sure that your pattern is going in the same direction. So here I'm going to make what reminds me of a Mayday cone. And I'm going to go like so. I'm going to wrap the other piece so that all of my pattern is going the same way. It looks really good when you're like that on your ornament. It looks cohesive, it looks finished. And then I'm going to add a line of hot glue. This is the Winter Wonderland Christmas paper, and it's the Winter Wonderland vellum. So hot glue is hot. Keep that in mind. Really simple. I actually punched the 1 3/4 a piece of white cardstock, and I'm going to start laying it out so I know how many of these to create. I have these at 2-inch squares, so it's a 2-inch square here. And then I'm going to roll it. At this point I've done a couple so I can see which way to turn the paper. I'm going to go like so. This is a super easy ornament, very vintage, very elegant, very pretty. It was extremely popular last year at a class that we did. This is that beautiful typeset designer series paper we have. And then I used this ribbon. So watch as we go. Okay, so this is the really pretty gold aspect with the Winter Wonderland vellum. I love that packet of paper. It's really pretty to do. It's a 1-inch square, or actually 1.5, sorry, 1.5. So I'm gonna roll it, I'm gonna roll it. What I'm looking to do is make sure on this pattern that it's all going down. Whatever pattern you pick, cohesive is best. Now I'm gonna roll it around my finger. I'm gonna pull my finger back, and I'm using hot glue. I use hot glue in gluing things that will stand up to the test of time, be roughed around like a Christmas ornament or a wreath, or even our rosettes / lollies that you can create with the Simply Scored board. So there you go. Our Stampin' Scoreboard's great. Creates another really fun ornament. Super easy, and once they're all cohesive, you can see when it's not. And they're all done. We're gonna get ready to do part 2. So this is pretty quickly. Yes, I'm assembling them beforehand because I'm gonna move fast once I have my hot glue on my 1 3/4 punch circle. See there? You can manipulate them to be just as you want. You can make this on any scale to create. I do not recommend it going much bigger than 3 inches because that becomes 6 inches plus across. So this here is the 2-inch squares, and this is the 1.5. Okay, so now we're going to assemble it. So here I'm going to have my silicone patch sheet, and that's where I actually keep my hot glue. And I usually put one underneath. Let me see if I can grab one here really quickly. Because you're going to use a lot of hot glue, you want to make sure that it has an area to run off on. So here, I'm going to apply a generous amount of hot glue in a circular manner, like so. And I'm going to be doing tucking. I know that sounds weird, right? It sounds like when I was in bar class. But I'm going to take my ornament pieces and I'm going to tuck it into the hot glue, aiming for the center. And I move quickly. When you have all your pieces done, it makes it really easy to do that. You can adjust it as you go. Be careful because it is a pool of hot glue. You do not want to burn your hand, and you will if you're not careful. So I try not to get distracted by my kids, dog, phone, etc. when I am in the middle of doing these kinds of things because I do not like to get burned. And you need more glue than you think, but not so much that you're choking on it either. You want to move. It's going to start drying. You want to move quickly. And the truth is, I haven't done many 2-layered ones, and it's usually bigger ones when I do. So this should be interesting because this is a smaller ornament for an actual tree. See, like that. Ooh, hoo, hoo. You need it to kind of dry, ouch, when it gets on you. Otherwise, if you pull it off, it can rip off skin. You need to let it dry so that it doesn't rip off skin. It's always good to be an example, right? Eek. You might have extra. It's always better to have more than less. So I might have like 1 extra there. And I'll let that set for about 5 minutes. So here you have the circle punched, and you have the ornament, and I'll peel off once it's heat set. And then here I'll put more hot glue, again getting generous. And then I will have my metallic doilies. Here's the gold doily that will go across the center, so I have that ready. I'm going to go in here with this, aiming for the center again. Vellum is really pretty. You can do so much with it. Like so. The women at our church are so awesome. It's really an extended part of our family. I love to wow with these little things for them. And tonight will be one of those things where we do the swap and we have to exchange so many times, and I love it. So my aggressive side comes out, my competitive side. You want to tuck it in, and then you keep going across. And hot glue is hot. Again, please be really careful. If your center isn't all that beautiful, don't freak out, because you will cover it up with a form of embellishment. We'll try the metallic foil doily here, which is really soft and easy to use. Isn't that pretty? Super easy. And I'm thinking it may not work because it will bend when it goes in, but we'll see here. So I'm going to add a generous circle of hot glue there. Always keep refills of your glue sticks nearby so you can reach it. Now, again, really hot metal, right? So you're going to want something to help push it down so you don't get your finger burned. Sorry about that. Okay, so sorry about that. When my neighbor knocked or rang the doorbell, my dog went a little crazy. That's what she does. Okay, so here I like to put something in the middle. I don't want to detract from the beautiful metallic foil doilies, and I can't even tell you how much I love that pack. It comes in a variety with both gold and silver and a variety of sizes, so it gives you a lot of versatility. And then here we're going to be using the glitter ribbon. It comes in a 2-pack from Stampin' Up! In the holiday catalog, and you can color this clear one. It's really just so beautiful. So here I cut a length, and I punched with the scallop circle punch out a piece, and what that's going to do is when I place this on the back here, I'll place it like so with hot glue, like that. And then I'll put this with hot glue on top. And what that's going to do is provide structure. It's going to provide structure for the back of the ornament that's going to be hanging, and you can place it as you need. If I wanted to add an element, you have a lot of options. We have the pearls. We have these pretty metallic foil ringed pearls. You could really do right in the center, but it's gold and silver, and I don't like to mix my metals too much. It's perfectly acceptable, but you know. But because there's this really fun woodland accent back here in the Winter Wonderland, I'm going to add these wood, they're actual wood, laser cut, beautiful snowflakes. And I'll put that in with hot glue, and you'll see how beautiful that is. So I put a dollop of hot glue here, and then I'm going to add my snowflake, and it's going to pop through. So you can see I come from the outside. I'm going to hold it down. I'm going to be careful not to burn my fingers with that peeking through glue. You can add a rhinestone or a pearl to the outside. We have great adhesive backed rhinestones and pearls that are really fun to add to this. So here the 1.5-inch cones and the 2-inch cones really come together. The patterns match. The vellum is so glossy looking, almost like glass. It's really a great little accent. And then here, I'm going to come to the back and add my ringed of ribbon. I'm going to place that down here. And then I'm going to add some more adhesive across and what that's going to do is just provide support. Again, when you're hanging from a tree, when people are going to be touching it, it's going to be outside in the elements. It's hot, you want to be careful. You want to provide extra support. It is just paper, right? And our pretty paper is thinner than cardstock. You can do this technique with cardstock, but look how beautiful that is. You have all the great little tunnels. You have this fun wooden accent on this gold accented foil sheet. Gold is so in and on trend, all the metals. There you go. Thanks for coming by. Check out my blog post. Today is Monday, December 7th, 2015, and you can find this. It should have a tab post with ornaments or 3D designer series paper. I love it all. Remember, you can shop online with me anytime at gettingcraftystampin.com and consider joining my team. We have fun and we have team members all over the United States, and I have free tutorials. Check me out and see me on Facebook, Pinterest, Twitter, and Instagram. Have a good one. Bye-bye.